almost 6.9 billion rand will be refunded to Gauteng motorists who have been paying their e-toll bills. But Premier Panyaza Lesufi is not sure how the refunds will be made. He's hoping to finalize the matter before his maiden State of the Province address later this month. Gauteng Premier spokesperson Vuyo Mhaga joins us now live from Bloemfontein. I'm sure Vuyo, many can appreciate, especially within the province, saying, what a sigh of relief, at least we get our money back. But the question is, how will we get our money back? A very good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Faith, as well as your viewers. That conversation, it is there. The political team that is constituted by the Minister of Finance, Premier of Gauteng, as well as Transport, is looking at different modalities. It might not be the actual finance back. It might possibly give rebates on fuel or give rebates on renewable, on your disc when you go to renew and all that. So there are different possible scenarios that will be there. So that conversation is ongoing to say how then can we basically do, what do you do with the people who have basically been paying. So also Treasury is really hard at work looking at those different scenarios that we might use. It might not necessarily be the hard cash, as I'm saying, but I cannot necessarily rule out because there's no conclusive on the matter yet.
Well, I'm sure on the other side of it, it's about being able to keep detailed data of those that have been paying consistently and ensuring that their data is captured, lest somebody say, I've been paying, and meanwhile they have not. Now, it would be very, I think, facetious for us to even assume that this kind of thing will not happen. We've seen it happen time and time again, especially within government departments where people that are not supposed to be benefiting from something find themselves benefiting.
No, I think Central was able to run a really a proper system, so where you will be able to, that's why you were able to get the debt yourself as Vuyo, not someone else. So I suppose they've got like quite sophisticated systems that can be able to track who is supposed to get the benefit as and when, if we arrive at that particular conclusion.
That those motorists who've been paying may know the way forward?
That's what I was saying. I mean, like the technical team that is inclusive of DGs have been working on it. The Premier has his understanding is that we need to finalize this thing in the first quarter as soon as possible. In the whole issue that has to do with the e-tolls in Gauteng, so that we can conclude the matter.
So by March or so, there will be something conclusive coming out of the Gauteng province?
With the speed that the technical team is working at, I'm quite confident that they will actually deal with that. It's just really a few minor issues that I suppose that they need to be clarified for the team to report to the political committee, and then the political committee basically takes a decision. So a decision is made, it's just those small issues that they need to be finalized. So all of us are in the same page, basically.
Is there any way of being able to solicit perhaps the perspective of those that are residents of the province, right? They're the ones that have been using the tolls. They're the ones that have been paying for the tolls. They're the ones that have raked up the bill. To be able to solicit their advice to say, we are saying that we want to refund you the amount of money that was collected for you paying e-tolls. How do we do so? Perhaps this is an opportunity for Gauteng province to actually show collectivism, especially within the way in which it handles this very sensitive matter. It's been a bane in the existence of the residents of the province for a very long time. Now that we're concluding the matter and putting it to bed, would it not be wiser or perhaps even opportunistic in a good way for the province to say, hold on, citizens of Gauteng, how do you want to be refunded?
No, not only on the refund, Faith. You'll remember as soon as the minister made that midterm budget, that announcement, the Premier had a media briefing. Part of the issues was not only about the refund, but also to say, because there's a bill that needs to be paid, we'll have to go to the residents of Gauteng to say, can we collectively have a view? How do we think we must respond to the 30% that Gauteng government has been tasked to basically pay? We'll provide our own, views on it. We'll request the residents of Gauteng to bring their own. This will obviously be inclusive of in terms of how then you want this thing to be refunded without undermining the fiscals, because you'll appreciate that there are other social and economic pressures that we are having. So if you can then say there's this particular pressures, but we still have an obligation towards you. We still have an obligation of this 30%. Can we then share minds so that we consult widely? Because the reason why we are here, the residents of Gauteng felt that they were not consulted before. That's why we are here. So we can't repeat basically the same mistake. That's why we'll be going to the residents of Gauteng and have that particular conversation with them.
Vuyo, we'll leave it there for this afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. Vuyo Mhaga is a spokesperson for the Gauteng Premier. Well, that's it.